So my name is Alana, and today we're just gonna be doing some quick questions about a sensitive situation between like a young female or male versus a older female or male. So can you just tell us your name real quick, and if you go to school or whatever?
Hi, my name is Michael. Yeah, and I go to Prince George Community College. So I'm ready for this.
Discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you feel about a man that is 25 years old and dating a 17-year-old female?
I don't. Ain't nothing to feel about. Like this is just weird. I mean, like it's how long? What made you interested? It's 8 years apart. That's why.
Yeah. So what if it was a 25-year-old female and a 17-year-old boy versus like the woman approaching the younger male versus the usual stereotype that the male approaches the younger female? Do you think that's still wrong, or do you think it's fine, or?
Man, I don't know about this stereotype thing, but like I'm saying, like I know a lot of women that date older men, like seek out older men. I'm just being generalizing. Like I know a lot of women that do that. Men, older men too. I be seeing the memes and stuff like that, or the DMs. They old heads be hitting up girls trying be they sugar daddy and stuff like. So it happened both ways, but I don't feel no type of way for any of them.
What about somebody who it can't legally consent, like a 17-year-old? Do you think that it's wrong, or do you think it's right?
I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't?
Like I wouldn't. I mean, like it depends on how old though. Like it depends on how old and the maturity level is. Like legally, I wouldn't want the other person to do it. Like I wouldn't. If I was 17, I wouldn't date no 35-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you hear about it. Like kids be like, "Ooh, I got the chance," but like, nah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the controversy topic of R. Kelly and what he did with the younger females? Do you think because they were there, they were consenting, or do you think they were there because they didn't know any better?
I feel like, I mean, it's innocent until proven guilty. So I don't know. Like, I mean,
but personally, how do you feel?
Personally,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like innocent until proven guilty. I can't say no. I'm not about to say nothing about some man. I don't know anything.
I know, but we're just asking if like you feel like if a 17-year-old male is there in an apartment with him, do you think it's okay because she brought herself there and her parents dropped her off there, or do you think it's wrong because a grown man who's maybe 40-something years old wants to have relations with a 17-year-old?
Both of those is wrong.
Yeah.
The parents dropping them off at the place is wrong. The old head accepting them was wrong. A 42-year-old man want to have sex with a 17-year-old, that's way wrong. Mm-hmm. I mean, but like, all that is wrong.
Yeah. So I know, what if that 17-year-old, graduates from high school, on their way to college, on their way to discover themselves, and then they find themselves with a 40-year-old man? I mean, yeah, she's in college, but she's still 17. So there's a lot of controversy topics on maturity. Do you think maturity can definitely affect the relationship between an older person and a younger person?
It's like mental maturity, and then there's physical maturity, then there's maturity of the person, the older person, same vice versa. Because you look at a 17-year-old kid versus an 18-year-old kid, right? Mm-hmm. Or the same person. When he was 17 or when she was 17, she looked like this. Versus now, when she 18, it might have been 1 year, but a lot can change. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I mean, they look different. She'll look different, body-wise, physical-wise, all that, but she's still a kid.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, like, it's not.
So I have a situation for you. So what if you're in a club and everybody that's supposed to be in the club is supposed to be 21 years old, and you pick up somebody, have a good time, take them home, spend the night, and then later you find out that she is 17. Are you wrong? Is the club wrong for letting her in? Or is the female wrong for not telling you that she's, 17 years old when she knows you have to be 21? Everybody wrong?
Everybody wrong. Everybody. The kid wrong, the club wrong, the dude wrong. Everybody wrong, but like, you know how it be like, you wrong, but you dead wrong. Mm-hmm. Like, ain't nobody gonna look at the club. Mm-hmm. Nobody gonna look at the club. Like, they can be like, alright, she just slipped in, right? Ain't nobody gonna look at the girl, right? She just put herself in that. She just being a girl, or she just young, being and putting herself in a situation. But the dude, they gonna look at me. They gonna talk about, you should have talked to her. You should have asked her. Mm-hmm. How old is you? before we get in the bed. Like, you look just young. I should have known that. They gonna look at me be like, all right, you the wrong.
But
it's on you.
Should there be a legal consequence towards the 17-year-old who is lying about her age and then can later affect somebody's future so dramatically that they can go to jail for, having sex with this 17-year-old?
It depends on, like, the circumstance. Because, like, you know how they could investigate whether somebody raped somebody or not. Like, the intentions, what happened, all that other stuff. Same thing with that. Like, if they intentionally, like, they didn't care, like, if it was a mistake, I feel like, yeah, they should get punishment, but, like, nothing too severe. It's a mistake. Like, he ain't know, she ain't know. He should have asked, but still, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he should go to life because of that small mistake.
Yeah, it's definitely a controversy topic, and we can do some brief interviews with other people and find out more opinions. But I appreciate you here coming today and doing this interview, and hopefully we can do some more interviews in the future. Thank you.
I appreciate you having me.